Good morning, Mama V. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Listen, I ain't rushed to that Tyler Perry lawsuit because it was red. I listened to that lawsuit about 5 times yesterday. So listen, Pam covered the lawsuit. Really B covered the lawsuit. Teddy covered the lawsuit. It's so many people who covered the lawsuit. But I listen. That lawsuit is long, and I don't know if I may have time later. We shall see. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What the? Mm. Yeah, I'm kind of like over Tyler Perry right now. Yeah, I'm kind of over Tyler Perry. All right. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, grown woman. Don't try me. Good morning, Lillian. Good morning. Y'all might hear my voice go in and out. I think it's allergies. Hey, Demi. Hey, everybody. What's going on? All right, so I don't expect too many people probably up in here because I don't think a lot of people know who this person is, but I definitely wanted to get into this because this is some crazy, crazy, crazy ish. Okay, this is crazy. What is going on, y'all? Pray that the Lord send me a new computer. Ugh. I need a new computer. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this because y'all know that we got Diddy after this, so let's go ahead and get into this, and then um we'll go from here. Uh, y'all, one thing I don't like to do is go back and forth with people on Instagram, and this girl done pissed me off. And see, I had to let her know what time it was because I said that Shawnee O'Neal is a fake first lady, and she shouldn't be on Basketball Wives. The girl gonna say she's the creator of the show. I said I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you are a creator of a show. You messy, you a first lady. You should be leading Bible study. You should be leading the women to Christ. Get off of this show. You can you can still be the creator and producer and be behind the scenes. Ain't no reason for you to be in front of the camera, in front of all the mess. It's rich for you to be saying, girl, as much as Shani done to these ladies, girl, stop playing with me. I told that girl, you might want to quit arguing. I mean, you might want to keep quit going back and forth with me, cause I'm gonna eat you up every time. Here she come back with this. Oh, well, she's the one. She's the one. No, girl, go on, go on. I'm not arguing with no damn Shawnee fan. Are you kidding me? A Shawnee Henderson, a Shawnee O'Neal fan? The what the You think I'm about to do that anyway? All right, let's get into it. Y'all double tap the screen. There's 22 people in here and only 9 likes. I need you guys to double tap the screen. I know sometimes y'all forget, but it is what helped push these stories up in the algorithm. So please hit that like button. Because you can't tell me that 12 people is watching me that don't like me. You got a problem if that's the case. You got a problem if that's the case. Exit stage left. Or hit the like button. All right, let's get into it. Michael Tate. All right. So in case you guys do not know who Michael Tate is, he used to perform with a Christian group called New Boys. And so he has been accused of the unthinkable. Not only has he been accused of the unthinkable, he has admitted to the unthinkable. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll go from here. Hey, Mama Beads, how you doing? All right. Michael Tate, former frontman for the Christian rock band New Boys and the founding member of DC Talk, is confronting a tide of new allegations of sexual assault, including rugging and R-wording an underage male, according to new investigation. The revelations published in a June the 13th report from The Guardian uh, come in the wake of Tate's Instagram confession last week, acknowledging decades-long rug abuse and engaging in unwanted sensual contact involving men. The Guardian report is based on months of investigations and includes interviews with at least 25 people connected to the contemporary Christian music, many of whom describe Tate's conduct as the biggest open secret in Christian music. Biggest open secret. So this is going to let y'all know that the white folks over there, they hide stuff too. Just saying. Just making a point. White folk hide stuff too. So I don't want to hear just, oh, the black people, the black people, the black people. No, the white people do it too. 3 men alleged that Tate actually assaulted them as far back as early as 2000 in the 2000s, with 2 describing what they believe was rugging. 4 other reports began subject to inappropriate touching and advances, allegedly. In hold on, y'all. I can't stand when these ads pop up and then they talk about, would you like to pay 99 cents to become a subscriber? No, I don't. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, 3 men alleged that Tate actually assaulted them as far back as the early 2000s, with 2 describing what they believe was rugging. 4 other reports being subject to inappropriate touching and advances allegedly initiated by Tate. The allegations involve men aged between 13 and 29 at the time. Did y'all hear me? 13 and 29 at the time. And y'all think I want to talk about Tyler Perry this morning? Shit. The allegations involve men aged between 13 and 29 at the time. Many of them fans who claimed that they were lured into situations involving rug, alcohol, and sexual advances. Sean Davis, who spoke to The Guardian using his real name, said that he was 16 when he met Tate in 2003. He alleged that he saw Tate as a hero at the time and that the two would go to bars and parties where Tate would get him drinks. He claimed that he was introduced to Kokiana at Tate's house. So y'all following me or y'all following me? Sean Davis, who is giving his real name, okay? He said he was 16 at the time when he met Tate in 2003. And he said he saw him as a hero, but this boy was taking him to bars and parties. How the hell he get into bars? Well, I guess you don't have to show no ID to get into all bars, but 16 going to the bars and the parties is wild, but okay. He claimed that he was introduced to the Kokiana at Tate's house. Now I'm wondering, let me just keep reading. Davis alleges that one night at Tate's home when he was 17, the musician served him a drink that tasted strange. After losing consciousness, Davis told The Guardian that he woke up on a closet with Tate performing sexual acts on him. This man destroyed my life, Davis alleged. One man and before the people say it, the man admitted to this stuff. So we're gonna get into his admission in just a minute. One man known as Gabriel, whose real name was not revealed, told The Guardian that he was 19 when he met Tate and believed that Tate had rugged him before the former New Boys frontman assaulted him in 2003. Jesus. Gabriel said that he blamed God for his trauma he allegedly endured at that night. Tate was presented as the pinnacle of godliness. He said, I get that all people sin, but the use of facet of his righteousness to commit sin, that made me walk away from the faith for a while. He took something from me that I'll never get back. In time, though, I found my own way back to God. Israel Anthem, a Nashville based photographer who spoke to The Guardian, said that Tate masturbated in front of him in a public restroom when he was 13. Knowledge about Tate's predatorial behavior is known in the Christian music. So y'all been knowing about this and y'all ain't never said nothing? What's wrong with the white saints? I know this a black man, but what's wrong with the white saints? Y'all knew about this and didn't say nothing? No, pissed me off. His nails are borrowed into the fabric of it, and any validation of his behavior invalidates the whole industry. What the hell? How? Okay, listen. This is the type of stuff I'll be talking about. Y'all knew about this, and they're gonna say that y'all say that his behavior was being well known in the Christian music industry. And don't get this tied up with the gospel music industry, but the Christian music industry, y'all knew about this, and now you're saying that his behavior invalidates the whole industry, but y'all knew about it and never said nothing? The hell? He also told the Roy's report as well. There are three types of people in Nashville. Those who know the stories about Tate are survivors and terrified. Those who validate the stories about Tate believe them to be true and wait for the day that justice happens. And those who will cash a check with Tate despite knowing the truth. It seems like a lot of y'all did that shit. The Guardian's article comes on the heels of the Roy's report, years-long investigation into Tate, published on June the 4th, which includes interviews of over 50 sources and detailed accusations from at least 3 men who say that Tate engaged in predatory behavior while they were in their early 20s. In his Instagram post titled My Confession, June the 10th of 2025, following the release of the report, Tate wrote, recent reports of my reckless and destructive behavior, including drug and alcohol abuse and sexual activity, are sadly largely true. He admitted abusing cocaine and alcohol for 20 years, and he at times touched men in unwanted sensual ways. He emphasized that he does not dispute the substance of the allegations, although he disputes some details. Tate stated that he left New Boys in January to seek treatment and has been sober since completing 6 weeks of rehab in Utah. He expressed deep remorse. I want to say I'm sorry to everyone that I hurt. I'm truly sorry. Tate, who is 59, was a prominent figure in Christian music and raised to fame with the DC Talk in the 1990s and joined New Boys in 2009. His departure from the New Boys was announced days after a viral TikTok alleging that he was gay. Following Tate's confession and the Guardian's follow-up, New Boys remaining members expressed shock, saying that they felt deceived, while Christian radio network K-Love and multiple local stations have suspended Tate's music from airplay. When he left the band in January, Michael confessed to us and our management that he had been living a double life, the band wrote, but we never imagined that it could be this bad. In an Instagram post following the revelations of Tate's misdeeds, musician Haley, I believe that's how you say it, Haley Williams of Paramore, called out the Christian music industry for covering up Tate's alleged behavior. I grew up around this, she wrote. I'm not afraid of any of these people. Most of them has written me off anyway by now. How many stories like this um from this very small corner of the music industry will we hear about and realize um that it is sick, and it's capitalizing on people's faith and vulnerability in the sin. I hope the CCM music industry crumbles, Williams included, criticizing those who didn't say anything and covered this abuse and behavior up for 20 whole years. So let's get into his Instagram post where he admits to this stuff. Oh my God. I don't know why this computer went good until I get on live and then it wants to act the fuck up. Girl. That's why I'm glad I didn't go live from the computer, because it would have just ended my live. All right. Shout out to everybody being here. Can y'all please double tap the screen? I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to read it from my phone, guys, because clearly this is a mess. All right, here we go. This is titled My Confessions. He posted this on his Instagram. My Confessions, Michael Tate, June the 10th of 2025. Recent reports of my reckless and destructive behavior, including drug and alcohol abuse and sexual activity, are sadly largely true. Hold on, y'all. Oh. I said exit the page. Hold on one second, guys. I'm just going to restart this and hopefully it works. All right. Had to restart my computer because... All right. Okay, so let me turn it this way so I can make it bigger. There we go. All right. So recent reports of my reckless and destructive behavior, including drug and alcohol abuse and sexual activity, are sadly largely true. For 2 decades, I used and abused the cocaine, consumed far too much alcohol, and at times touched men in unwanted, sensual ways. I am ashamed of my life choices and actions and make no excuses for them. I will simply call it what God calls it, sin. I don't blame anyone or anything but myself. While I might dispute certain details in the accusations against me, I do not dispute the substance of them. When I abruptly left New Boys in January, I did so to get help. I was not healthy physically or spiritually and was tired of living a double life. I spent 6 weeks at a treatment center in Utah receiving help that may have saved my life from unlimited destruction. I have been clean and sober since, though I still have lots of hard work ahead of me. I am ashamed to admit that for years I have lied and deceived my friends, friends, and even misled my bandmates about aspects of my life. I was, for the most part, living two distinctly different lives. I was not the same person on stage Sunday night that I was at home on Monday. I was violating everything I was raised to believe by my God-fearing dad and mom about walking with Jesus, and was grieving. And was grieving the very God I loved and sang about for most of my life. By His grace, I can say that for the past 6 months, I have lived a singular life, one of utter brokenness and total um girl. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oops, I lost my place. Utter brokenness and where was I? I lost my place. I turned my phone by accident. The past 6 months, I have lived a singular life, one of utter brokenness and asking for God's mercies. I I have hurt so many people in so many ways, and I will live with the shameful reality the rest of my life. I can only dream and pray for human forgiveness because I certainly don't deserve it. I have even accepted the thought that God may be the only one who ultimately and completely forgives me. Still, I want to say that I am sorry to everyone that I have hurt. I am truly sorry. It is my hope and my prayer that all those that I have hurt will receive healing, mercy, and hope from the merciful healer and hope giver. Girl, miss me with all that extra stuff, child. I hope your lawyer wrote this for you. Even before this recent news became public, well, I don't know that a lawyer would write stuff like this, so I guess you did write it. I guess you wrote it. Even before this recent news became public, I started a path of to health, healing, and wholeness. Thanks to my small circle of clinical health professionals, loving family, caring friends, and wise counsels, all of whom saw my brokenness and surrounded me with love, grace, and prayers. Sin is a terrible thing, taking us where we don't want to go, keeping us longer than we want to stay, and costing us more than we want to pay. I accept the consequences of my sin, and I am committed to continuing the hard work of repentance and healing work. I will do quiet. I will do this quietly and privately, away from the stage and the spotlight. To the extent of my sinful behavior um, has caused anyone to lose respect or faith or trust in me, I understand and I deserve and accept that. But it crushes me to think that someone would lose or choose not to pursue faith or trust in Jesus because I have been a horrible representative of Him. For y'all know I'm getting ready to go in just a second. Representative of Him, and for He alone is ultimately the only hope for any of us. King David's prayer of repentance in Psalms 51 has been my prayer for the year. Have mercy on me, O Lord, according to your loving kindness. Child, you could miss me with that scripture. I'm not even gonna read that because I'm finna go in. All right. So here's what I want to say about you, sir. This is what I want to say. First of all, you are a sick son of a bitch. And I don't care nothing about you used to sing Christian music. And them sorry ass Christian people that knew what you was doing, allegedly, knew what your no good ass was doing with these young boys, not only getting them addicted to the cocaine, okay, but then you make sexual advances at them. You ain't shit, sir. I don't care how many times you come out here and apologize, and I don't give a damn what you admit to. You ain't shit and you nasty. And you got a problem. Like, I don't understand this stuff. Like, and again, it may be a bit of a trigger to me because I've told you guys over and over about, my story and about things that happened to me down to the church, down, with people that you think and that you trust, that you know that you can go to. Here I am. I literally went to someone to tell them what was going on, and here I am, the one that's getting the backlash and having to sit out and having to do all these things. It's like you punishing me for coming to tell you what somebody allegedly did to me. And I say allegedly because that's how it came across. Y'all did is it was like y'all literally set me down and told me that I needed to be restored and not the creep or the bastard that did what they did. And I came to y'all with some damn evidence. So I get it. That's what they do. They love to cover up for each other. And especially when it's shit like this is sick to me. So sick to me. And then you admit to the stuff. You admit to it. Talk about you was sick because you was over there on that cocaine. I don't like when people say that. Oh, they was sick. No, yeah, they was sick, all right. Sick on some everyday shit that everybody ain't out here doing. This is just ultimately disgusting, and I guarantee you there's more people out here like him that unfortunately we'll never know nothing about them unless the victims come out, and then people ain't gonna believe the victims either. Let's call a thing a thing. The people ain't gonna really believe the victims either. So this stuff goes unnoticed and it goes unrecognized when it definitely should be recognized. Like, I can't stand the fact that people love to cover this type of shit up. What is wrong with y'all, bro? Like, I cannot. And Michael, I just want to say this again. You ain't shit, sir, and ain't never gonna be shit. I don't care how much healing you get. No, I wouldn't forgive your ass. And by the way, if y'all Google his name and Google some of these pictures and Google some of this stuff, you will see that he definitely hung around young boys and he hung around young men. He didn't hang around people his age. What the hell are you doing hanging out with a 16-year-old boy? And a boy thinking that you about to help restore him, about to help do stuff, and then here you go. I can't. And then it's like y'all want to use the Lord, or you want to use the Christian aspect of it to continue to keep covering this shit up. Anyway, let me read some of y'all comments now. Hey, everybody coming in, Melon and Beauty, Tracy, Miss R. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all have heard me thus far, right? Why my phone just do that? Y'all heard me, right? Y'all heard me read this story and stuff. Somebody let me know in the comments if y'all heard me read this stuff. Cause why just... Yes, we heard you. Was I echoing? That was weird. I just heard myself and I don't know where it came from. But anyway. Okay. So y'all heard it. All right, cool. Again, I had to get over here and talk about Tate. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was supposed to talk about Tate last week, but his ass really pissed me off. And I had to like really just like calm my nerves. Cause again, and I ain't trying to put myself in this, but the same shit happened to me. And it's like all of these leaders, all of these ministers, all these pastors, they cover up for each other. Although the person who did it to me, and I don't think I ever revealed this, the person who did what they did to me was over the youth department. So that's why I went and I said something. Again, I never forget. They called me in this meeting at this long table. It's about 15 people at this table. About 15 people at this table. And y'all want me to sit at this first chair by this man who did what he did to me. and think I'm not gonna call my mama to come up in here. At that time, I was still in high school. I wasn't even 18 yet. I wasn't even 18 yet. I was to turn 18 soon. I was 17 when this happened. And y'all thought I wasn't gonna call my mama. You got another thing coming. I said I will not be meeting with y'all unless I got my mama here. I don't know what this is about. If you're not about to sit this man down, we don't have a reason to sit up here and have conversations like at all. Are you crazy? So the outcome of this meeting was, and let's be very clear, my mom was a member at this church. The outcome of this meeting was that they wanted me to wake up at 5 o'clock every Sunday morning and go to this damn donut shop with the brotherhood men of the church, the deacons and the brotherhood and all of them people. Go down to the donut shop at 5 fucking o'clock in the morning, talking about you need to read the Battlefield of the Minds so that you won't do this stuff again, or you won't mention this stuff again. What in the hell is wrong with y'all? So that now being an adult and talking about it, I realized what they did. They straight up gaslit me. Not only did they gaslight me, but they also made me feel like I was the problem, or they made me feel like telling on these people was not the right thing to do, because again, if you tell, you're gonna be the one to get the repercussions of everything. I be damned if I meet with y'all at 5 o'clock in the morning because you want me to stay here at this church after somebody done something crazy to me, and you want me to get up at 5 o'clock every Sunday morning and come down here and read the Battlefield of the Minds. Boy, you got another thing coming. I ain't doing it. Never went back to that church ever again. But check this out. My mama was still a member at that church when she passed away. And remember, I told y'all that they wanted to charge me to have her funeral there. That's why. That's why. That's why. They wanted to charge me to have my mama's funeral there because of what had transpired. And I want to say that was probably like, it was probably almost a year before she had passed away. Yeah. So it's a no for me. Michael, you are no piece of shit. You are a dog. And to be honest, you need some other type of treatment too. Not just drug abuse treatment. You need some other type of treatment too. That's what you need. And I'm gonna shut up if I say something that's real bad, because what I really want to say, what they need to do is cut your wanky off. That's what they need to do. I don't like son of a bitches like y'all. I don't. I do not. I don't. Y'all make people's life, you ruin people's life forever. Like, you literally sit up and ruin people's life when you do shit like this. Like, you mess up their relationships, and not just their romantic relationships, but you mess up relationships with family. You mess up trust relationships when you do shit like this. Y'all ain't shit. And I don't sit back and I do not like the whole sitting back and you know this stuff and you ain't saying nothing. Man, say anyway, I could go in and in and in. Chef, is understandable that this is a trigger for you because it touches home. So you need to get yourself together for your mental. I'm good. I just don't like people like this. Like, I just feel like, and what I don't like is people covering this shit up. Like, what are y'all covering this up for? You know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. And clearly, as a band, y'all could have literally done what you done without this man. So you didn't keep him around because you felt like you needed to keep him around. You didn't not tell it because it makes me wonder. You don't tell it because you got your own shit that you over there doing? Is that why you don't tell it? Because if you get to singing and you get to telling, then he gonna tell on you. Is that what it is? Man, I can't. Anyway, so yeah, I had to talk about this, y'all. I had to talk about this because this was crazy. But again, this happened way back last week. This happened 8 days ago, but I'm just not getting to it because again, I had to gather my bearings. Okay, I had to gather my bearings before I came up here. All right. Hey, really B. Sorry, I deleted your comment by accident. Oh, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Felicia, you all right? Yeah, we do it all the time. I know I do it a lot. Okay, let me see. So if this happened to me, I was the woman of my wait. Happened to me. I told the woman of my wait a minute. So the woman of my childhood church and was told that it had happened to every generation of kids or women in the church, and that's just the way he is. That's some sick shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. That is sick. I'm sorry, but the music industry in Hollywood has a lot of weird, strange, nasty people. I think because the industry is so small that they overlook a lot of stuff. That and because they participating in it. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bama girl. Hey, everybody. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Miss Janetta. Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's a go figure for me. It's a go figure for me. Y'all double tap the screen. You ain't gotta like the conversation, but one thing about it, these conversations and this type of shit happen to people every day, and where you think you're covered when you go to the church, you think that the folks around there got your best interests at heart. You think that the church is supposed to be a hospital for the sick, a courtroom for people who I mean, it's all of these things, and then when you go and things like this happen to you, it taints you when you become when you become an adult and you continue to walk in your everyday life. This type of shit, it lingers, it stays behind, and it is trauma that will always trigger you. It'll always trigger you. I don't think you could ever, and this is just my thoughts. I don't think I can. I think that people should go to therapy, right? But I don't think that there's enough therapy in this world that will ever have you to forget in your mind about these types of things, because these are people who's supposed to protect you. These are people who's supposed to have your best interest, and they really don't. So anyway, Michael, go straight to hell. Anyway, we're gonna go live about the Diddy trial. Y'all, we are very, very close to our I haven't set up the live yet, but we are very, very close to our we're very close to 15,000 subscribers. Very close to 15,000 subscribers. We're almost there. It's just so unfortunate you have so many people who have been hurt by the church. Absolutely. Hurt by the church, and then people don't. I don't know. Like, one of the things that I noticed is I appreciate my brother because my brother don't force me to go to church knowing that I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I go to church for a couple of things. I may go to a program every now and then. I may go around at a choir fest every now and then. I may, go to a funeral, go to a wedding. They don't have weddings at church no more, really. But I'll go to things like that. I'll deal with things like that. But as far as me just going to church, getting involved in church, I don't really plan on doing that. I don't. I can continue my communication with him and my love for him without having to step foot into another church to get hurt again. It's just not happening. It's not happening. And I ain't gonna be the one. I ain't gonna be your play pretty. I'm not gonna sit up here and not say nothing. So anyway, I will stay where I've been and where I'm at, and that's why I listen. I tell my brother all the time, you make sure you have good eyes on my nephew around there. Have good eyes, because let me tell you something. If I find out something go down and I got to go up there to that church, you ain't gonna like it. And that's all I really got to say, y'all. All right, y'all. Give me 2 minutes. Let me make this other live stream, and then we will be ready to go. I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to be church supposed to be for healing, and child it ain't. All right. So if y'all give me 2 minutes, I'm gonna create this live, refresh y'all's pages, and y'all join me for the Diddy live, because we got some updates that we need to talk about. All right. Appreciate y'all. Peace.